Keeping your plans to yourself can give you incredible power. There is a delicate connection between intention and action. Think about it. Every time you share your goals, dreams, or plans with others, you release a part of that energy. In many cases, this motivation should stay inside, quietly burning in your mind instead of being exposed too soon. Why is that? In Western society, where initiative and entrepreneurship are valued, sharing personal goals is common. Someone might proudly say, "I'm starting a business," or "I'm training for a marathon." When people hear that, they often show support, give compliments, and say things like, "That's amazing. Good luck." But here's the danger. Your brain might mistake that recognition for achievement. Behavioral psychology studies show that announcing your plans can create an illusion of progress. When you receive positive feedback, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good hormone, similar to the feeling of actually reaching your goal. But the truth is, you haven't done anything yet. This early satisfaction can reduce your motivation to take real action. You start procrastinating, and what was once an ambitious plan slowly fades away. This is how dreams die before they even begin. Some people might argue, doesn't sharing your plans make you more accountable? Accountability is valuable, but only if you share it with the right people at the right time. Not everyone will understand your vision. Some will question your motives or doubt your abilities. They might not say it, but their skepticism will linger like a shadow over your ambitions. If you're not careful, that shadow can creep into your own thoughts. Suddenly, you start doubting yourself. Are they right? Is my idea even possible? And before you realize it, your initial confidence begins to weaken. I'm not saying you should never share your ideas. The key is to share selectively and at the right moment. Protect your vision in its early stages. Just like an inventor keeps their creation secret until it's ready for the world. Share your plans with people who can help you grow, not those who will hold you back or drain your motivation. Find mentors, colleagues, or close friends, people who truly want you to succeed. Even then, keep the details minimal. Don't turn your idea into a performance before it has a chance to take shape. One more thing to consider: the power of surprise. There's something special about quietly working towards a goal and letting the results speak for themselves. Imagine working on a project for months, even years, without constantly talking about it. You stay focused, improving little by little, without wasting energy seeking validation too soon. Then one day, you reveal your achievement: a successful business, a published research paper, or an impressive personal goal. The impact will be much stronger than if you had talked about it constantly without real action. People won't just be surprised by the result. They'll respect your discipline and dedication. I once knew a young designer in Berlin who had many creative ideas. He was always excited to share his upcoming projects, his next steps, and his ambitious vision. At first, people listened with curiosity, but month after month, no product ever launched. His words started to lose weight, and eventually, he lost the motivation to turn his dreams into reality. On the other hand, I know an entrepreneur in Stockholm. She had an idea to improve the e-commerce model, but instead of talking about it, she simply got to work. She researched the market, tested products, and optimized her business strategy without bragging. One day, she launched her platform with a unique model, instantly catching the attention of industry experts. When people asked how she did it, she just smiled and said, "By working when no one was watching." This is an important lesson. The less you talk, the more time and energy you have to take action. The less you seek recognition from others, the more you build confidence from within. And the less you share your plans too soon, the more control you have over your own story. Not because you want to keep secrets, but because it's a strategy. Your dreams deserve protection, and your actions will always carry more weight than words. Ask yourself, how many times have you shared your plans or goals with someone, only to feel your motivation fade afterward? How many times have you let other people's opinions influence your path? These are important questions because they show how much control you've lost just by speaking too soon. But the good news is, you can take that power back. You can focus on action, protect your dreams, and let your results do the talking. The Western world is full of opinions, distractions, and unwanted advice. When you share your dreams too early, you open the door to doubt, criticism, and even jealousy creeping into your mind. People may not say it outright, but their hesitation can plant seeds of uncertainty in you. Comments like, "Are you sure this is a good idea?" Or, "That sounds risky." Or, "I knew someone who tried that and failed," can make you second-guess yourself. Doubt, whether intentional or not, is dangerous. It can kill your ambition before it even has a chance to grow. And it's not just doubters you need to watch out for. It's also those who envy you. Some people don't want to see you succeed because it reminds them of what they haven't achieved. Even those with good intentions can distract you with conflicting advice. This is why privacy has such incredible power. When you keep your plans to yourself, you protect your focus and create a quiet space where your ideas can grow without interference. Like an architect designing a solid building before revealing the blueprint, you need time to build your foundation before bringing it into the spotlight. More than that, it helps maintain your motivation, a key factor in success. Motivation doesn't come from talking about plans. It comes from taking action. Every small step you take brings you closer to your goal. But if you share too soon, you might disrupt that rhythm. Instead of focusing on progress, you end up explaining, defending, or even changing your plan based on others' opinions. It's like driving a car but constantly stopping to tell people where you're going. You lose momentum, lose focus, and might never reach your destination. Let me tell you a story. A friend of mine in London had a dream of writing a novel, but instead of telling everyone about his plan, he chose to work in silence. Every day, he set aside time to write. No bragging, no posting updates on social media, no seeking validation, just doing the work. Months went by, and while others were still busy talking about what they were going to do, he had already finished his manuscript. When he finally published his book, people weren't just impressed by the quality of his work. They were amazed that he had done it quietly, without any hype. The lesson here is clear. Actions are always stronger than words. In a world where everyone wants to be heard, sometimes true power comes from silence. And in the end, your results will speak for themselves. His book became successful, not because of big announcements, but because the work spoke for itself. I once worked with a man who had a talent for spotting business opportunities. He had the ability to assess the market quickly, seeing potential where others saw only risks. But he had a major weakness. He couldn't stop talking about his ideas. Every time he thought of something new, he immediately shared it with friends, colleagues, and even people who weren't involved. What happened? More driven people turned his idea into reality before he could take action. Not because they stole his idea, but because they understood that success comes from doing, not talking. He lost his advantage by revealing his plans too soon. On the other hand, I have another friend, a humble and practical entrepreneur. He doesn't boast or seek recognition from others, but he has one important principle. Always act before you speak. He takes time to research, experiment, and refine his product. Only when everything is ready does he share it with the world. And by then, his product is not just an idea. It's a reality, an impressive achievement that no one can ignore. He doesn't need to announce his intentions because the results speak for themselves, much more powerfully than any words could. This leads us to an important principle. Results are the best validation. When you achieve something significant, people will recognize it without you needing to talk about it. True success doesn't require boasting. It attracts attention in the most meaningful way. Think of this like the ripple effect. Your actions create waves that spread far and affect others in ways that words can't reach. But there's another reason to keep your plans to yourself. A reason that's often overlooked: the power of focus. When you share your goals too early, you not only scatter your energy, but also invite distractions. Opinions, questions, and suggestions from others can pull you in many different directions. Soon, you'll realize that your original vision becomes blurry. Focus is one of the most valuable resources you have, helping you direct your energy toward one goal, overcome distractions, and make real progress. The best way to protect your focus is to limit the number of people who know about your plan. The fewer outside voices, the easier it is to stay on course. Try applying this in your life. If you start a project, a business, or pursue a personal goal, instead of announcing it to everyone, work quietly. Imagine you put all your energy into taking action, not seeking approval or validation. What could you achieve if you weren't pressured by others' expectations? How far could you go when you're completely focused on your journey? This is the core idea. Freedom to work your way, letting action speak instead of words, and protecting your dreams until they're solid. This doesn't mean secrecy or isolation, but intention, recognizing the value of focus and drive. When it's time to share the results, you'll find that your success carries its weight, something that words cannot replace. At that point, you won't need to convince anyone, because what you've achieved will speak for itself. So keeping your plan to yourself is not about hiding it, but about respecting your journey. It's about strong confidence, trusting in your abilities without needing immediate recognition, not fearing mistakes, and moving forward at your own pace. And here's the best part. When you succeed, you become an inspiration, not because of what you said, but because of what you actually did. You'll prove that success doesn't need to be loud, but comes from focus, discipline, and quiet persistence. Challenge yourself. The next time you set a goal, instead of talking about it, write it down, plan it, and start doing it. Let your actions be the proof. And when the time comes, the results will speak for you. Success doesn't need the spotlight. It grows quietly in the moments when no one is watching. So, protect your dreams, stay focused, and let your actions be the strongest statement. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What have you learned from these reflections? Take a moment to think and let me know how you'll apply them in your life. If you found this post helpful, feel free to leave your thoughts. Sharing your experiences can help others find their own path. And if you want to continue exploring valuable content, don't forget to follow so you won't miss the next share. Thank you for taking the time to read this. Keep moving forward, and we'll meet again in the next share.